We went into this long room with a bunch of closets, and when we turned on the light, I saw a person peeking out from the closet. He was definitely male and not too old. He had his hand on the closet door, but when I looked closer, he was gone. I asked my friend if he saw it, and he agreed that there was a strange feeling in the room, so we got out of there as quickly as we could. Welcome back to the podcast.
What?
And eerie beloved, we are gathered here today with
Gedwards.
Mom.
and they have no idea what we're talking about this week, I don't think. So, as we go through this, I want you to guess what you think this is. It should be pretty clear, like at least partway through the history part, but I guess we'll see.
Again with the closets.
That's always the closets, dude.
So something always bad in the closet.
Yep. When settlers arrived in Oregon via the Oregon Trail, the state's population exploded rapidly in a short amount of time. As the population increased, so did the number of what was considered chronically poor. People flocking to the area for gold, mines, railroad construction, or seasonal farm work would find themselves without work and on the street if a mine was fruitless, a railroad grant didn't go through, or if a farm was unable to produce. By 1854, territorial legislation considered the Poor Laws were passed, requiring counties to financially support the destitute. The idea was that those who were able-bodied were able to perform manual labor at a poor farm in exchange to have their basic needs met. This was not a great system, as it was up to the county to decide who was considered worthy of financial support rather than standard government assistance for those that needed it. Prior to the existence of Social Security and welfare services, there were few resources or ways that orphaned, elderly, sick, widowed, or mentally ill people could receive food, shelter, and medical care. While in theory able-bodied people would perform manual labor, poor farms were a last resort for many, as if you could work, you'd be able to support yourself otherwise. Some poor farms operated in good faith, with the residents cared for, others unfortunately did not.
Well, of course.
I'm sure it was skewed one way, and it wasn't the good way.
Okay, do you have any guesses yet?
No.
Do you have any guesses?
Mm-mm.
Okay. In 1868, Multnomah County opened the Hillside Farm, located in southwest Portland, which is now Washington Park. This isn't what we're talking about today. This is just what this other place used to be. An article from OPB states that newspaper reports from 1877 detailed deplorable conditions with headlines like, "Filthy conditions at the poor farm shock Portland." Despite numerous reports of neglect, by the 1880s, the Hillside Farm had cared for over 1,500 residents. Inadequate and even life-threatening conditions after the tuberculosis ward was found to be in deplorable condition led to the building being condemned in 1910. Little to no records of the farm and those who were treated there exist, and allegedly, actually this isn't allegedly, this is true, construction at the Oregon Zoo occasionally unearthed bodies believed to be those of former farm residents.
What?
What at the Oregon Zoo?
When they do expansions.
Yeah, because it's right at the bottom.
And yeah, in 2013, they unearthed 9 in unmarked graves. Yep. Any further guesses now?
No, but it's got to be something closer to us, so...
Is it the zoo hauntings?
No. Is the zoo haunted?
I don't know. Do we have primates coming out of the closets?
Maybe. No, just men. Following the closure in 1911, the Multnomah County Poor Farm opened in Troutdale, Oregon, with the intention to replace the Hillside Farm. 9 buildings resided on the 330-acre campus, which included the main residential building with a 2-story infirmary wing that included a tuberculosis ward, a cannery, a greenhouse, an admin building, a cemetery, and additional duplexes. So this was a massive property.
Are we going to be talking about the Salem farm home? The children's farm home?
While the poor farms were being phased out, still many institutions established during this period focus on self-sufficiency through inmate or resident-based farming occupations. Institutions in Salem, like the training school, Fairview, the state hospital's cottage farm, and even the prison adopted this method. Additional farm welfare locations for children and minors were supported during this time, such as the Children's Farm Home in Corvallis, which we're not talking about today, but it will have its own episode in the future.
Oh, I thought I guessed it.
No, as it is still in operation. But that's a privately funded home as opposed to a locally funded
Well, you've
home.
given us really no clues yet.
Except for the zoo.
It's in Troutdale. The Multnomah County Poor Farm was significant because it was the largest locally sponsored welfare institution in the state and seemed incredibly more successful than its predecessor. When opened in November 1911, 211 residents moved in, and 3 years later, this population grew to 302, of which the able-bodied managed dairy cows, hogs, chickens, hundreds of chickens, not just like a small group of chickens, and a variety of crops on the farmland that was then shared with the local jail. Those unable to do physical outdoor labor helped in the kitchens with laundry and in the hospital. In the 1920s to early 30s, the Multnomah County Poor Farm started shifting away from housing what they considered vagrants and those on the streets, and instead focused on providing care for sick and unhoused elderly populations. The job market boom in 1935, created in part due to World War II, led to an able-bodied person to leave the farm. Those who stayed were elderly or physically incapable of being without constant care. By 1950, there was little community need for a poor farm, as they didn't have people who could do physical labor anymore, and the institution was becoming more of a financial liability. In 1964, it was reopened as a rehabilitation and medical center called Edgefield Manor until its complete closure and abandonment in 1984.
Oh, we're talking about the Edgefield.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Ew.
In 1990, the campus was purchased by Brian and Mike McMenamin. And over the next few years, the grounds were renovated and repurposed with the original structures of the Poor Farm buildings used as a skeleton for what we now know as their Edgefield location.
The hotel, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hundreds of people had called the Poor Farm home either temporarily or for longer periods of their life. For some, it became their final resting place. Many of those who died here from tuberculosis, old age, or poor treatment were buried in unmarked graves on the property. Some were even transferred to the Oregon State Hospital and recovered in 2004, along with thousands of other unclaimed ashes. So we're talking about the McMenamins Edgefield location.
Yee.
Not really my favorite place.
I don't think I've been there, actually. It kind of sounds cool. With such a fraught history filled with decades of emotional turmoil, it's not surprising that strange and spooky things started happening before the buildings were even fully restored. The story from the beginning was an account from John Flannery, who did work on the building in 1989. A year later, he was invited back for the grand opening and asked about the room with the closets. Instead of brushing him off like he assumed, they said that they had hired priests, shamans, and others to cleanse the place before opening. During refurbishment in what's now room 215, many say that workers discovered a pentagram made of animal bones.
Come on now.
After opening, ghostly encounters became so common that a guest book filled with former staff and patron experiences sits at the front desk, like the lighthouses.
Mm-hmm.
Edgefield embraces the unexpected guests. McMenamins marketing writer/editor, Carrie Beaker, said, "I wouldn't say that we use it to draw people in, but we kind of have fun with it. It's such a subjective science. We have a historical side we like to focus on more than the speculative side." You've been to Edgefield?
Yes.
Have you been
And
there?
it's a little bit spooky. I mean, it's a great place if you're just like there for the day. You know, they have a restaurant. It's fun. They have events there. But to stay the night, I'm not a fan, especially if you have to stay where there's only the community bathrooms.
I was gonna say, yeah, is that the place?
Yep.
Mm.
And not my favorite, but you know, being there in 1993, right after said Mr. Flannery, was there. I mean, just a few years later, it was creepy, and I did not get sleep there at all. I did not like it. There's a lot of noises that were going on, and I'm not like typically like scared or thinking that those types of things are happening, but it was just a very odd place.
Well, and the murals and stuff don't help either, because they're all distorted and, McMenamins art.
I mean, it's definitely a vibe, right? It's a McMenamins vibe. I get it, but it's just like I said, fun for a day or an event, but I won't be staying the night there.
The second floor, specifically room 215, is considered the most haunted and is also the most requested. It's unclear because people want to have a spooky experience.
I don't want people coming out of my closet.
I don't know what room we stayed in.
I think it's called the Amazing Grace room.
That's creepy on its own. I'm so good.
Because I think every room has a name.
Yeah.
It's unclear why exactly this is a hotspot for paranormal activity, but according to many stories, this room even has a ghost furry friend, which
I'm good.
isn't that bad. Ghosts report having a wet nose being shoved in their faces.
Nope. That's so gross.
Like a cat nose. Or a dog nose.
You hope. No nose. No nose. No.
Ugh.
Temperature drops, flickering lights, footsteps, and even voices can be experienced in this room. Allegedly, a medium stayed here after guessing it was the most haunted room. She, in the hotel, she walked down the hallways and was like, this room.
I'm sure, yeah.
And when she tried to sleep, something whispered, "Get out," in her ear. One of the most reported encounters on the second floor is a lady in white, potentially wearing a hospital gown, silently wandering the hallways at night.
I mean, at least she's quiet. We should have Dad stay there.
No, we should. Hey, Dad, go have fun.
Yeah.
Is there a golf course up there?
Maybe
Hey,
Dad and Paul.
There is a golf course.
Yeah, maybe Dad.
Hey, Dad, Paul, go golf.
Yeah, maybe they'll go.
I was
stay.
thinking of all scary places. I feel like this is one we could actually go to, as opposed to the side of Damish or something where you can just there's nothing there. This you could actually go have dinner.
I'm all right.
Despite its history and reputation, most ghostly encounters at Edgefield are not malevolent and seem to be former residents, staff, or patients during its time as a poor farm. A young child who is said to have died of chickenpox was buried in an unmarked grave, can be heard being comforted by his mother, who is also buried on the property. Guests and staff report hearing nursery rhymes being sung to the child nearly every night.
Come on.
Dude, bro, malicious or not, I'm so good. Dude, no.
Whiffs of floral perfume and cigar smoke lingering in the empty hallways and rooms have been encountered as well, with many believing they are from elderly patients who died on the property. A McMenamins blog post about entries from the ghost book relays this guest experience. So this person said, "I felt a quick breeze and the strongest sweet scent came over me. It smelled like flowers, kind of perfume-like. I lay in bed for an hour and saw shadows dancing on the walls, the ceiling, and the window. Spirits were flying around the room. It was a great encounter."
Dude, I would pay you to stay there. You would not.
I don't
You would
think.
not
No,
stay
I
there.
don't think I would. I don't think I would. Because also, people have said haunted or not, it is an old building, and so it's constantly creaking.
It is.
Yeah.
And
It's really noisy.
there's people walking down the hallways in the middle of the night to go to the bathrooms.
Yeah, it's
You
like
hope it's a
in
person.
most cases there's community bathrooms, so you have to, you get up in the middle of the night, you have to leave your room to go to the bathroom.
That's worse than a cruise ship cabin.
I think
Yeah.
Heather said that she had stayed there with her niece or something.
So yeah, it's not like
Fantastic.
and some of the rooms have their own restrooms, and bathroom facilities.
I think
but
only a few.
yeah, but there's community showers and
Mhm.
because that's what I had to do when I was there.
You pay for the dorm experience?
Exactly.
Oh, thanks.
Another commonly encountered apparition is a small child darting past guests in the hallway, and when they ask where his parents are, he vanishes. Additionally, it's reported that in some areas, a heaviness or intense melancholy can be felt by those who have a sixth sense. Which makes sense, considering.
It was a hospital. I mean, well, after and it was for
Well, and it was they had a tuberculosis ward.
Yeah.
That was
poor
Yeah,
and needy.
The old dudes with TB were puffing cigars?
probably not those guys, but just old people who couldn't live by themselves and didn't have any family left. As I said before, most encounters were not malevolent,
However,
but there have been a few experiences that probably don't land in the I'm a happy ghost category. Many have felt watched or followed throughout the buildings and even in their rooms. Once, when a guest reported this to staff, they both heard a voice scream, "Get out," at them. Some have felt hands touching them or have experienced being shoved. An entry from a housekeeper says, "I was doing housekeeping about a month ago and I was standing at the foot of the bed when suddenly I felt something firmly grab my ankle and not let go until I jumped away. I looked under the bed and there was nothing. Freaked me out a little."
I mean that's absolutely unacceptable.
Not malicious. You got hands grabbing you,
Calling HR.
getting pushed.
I wonder if they have special insurance for that.
Yeah, can I get a refund if someone screams "Get out of me"? Okay.
Some have
I'll
said,
leave.
I walked to my room, walked straight out and left.
Yeah.
Said, "Sorry, I'm not staying here," and
Yeah,
drove away.
I'd probably do the same.
We've done that before.
That's true. And that wasn't even a haunted place.
No, that
was
wasn't even supernatural. It was just
No.
grimy.
Well, and this place probably has a certain level of grimy. It is McMenamins. So that kind of
Yeah, I mean,
adds to the...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's nice, but there's a lot of paintings on the wall. There's a lot of things. It's like more like
It's maximalist.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it has tchotchkes.
You can sneak into your suitcase.
No. There's like faces painted on the pipes that are exposed, but like every once in a while. So if you look up, there'll just be like a face looking at you.
Yeah,
They
I kinda
definitely
like
lean into the spookiness.
I like the Corvallis location better. You just have like sinks and toilets on
I
the
was gonna
wall
say
or
the
whatever.
toilets on the wall.
The toilets on the wall.
That's
yeah.
way cooler than whatever that is.
While guests might have an encounter during their stay, staff are the ones that experience a number of unexplainable happenings. Obviously, because they're there.
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm. Allison Berliner, a wine server, claims she encountered a nurse. I was just walking with a bucket and I saw this 60s styled woman. I could tell she had a little hat on. I also could tell that she had pantyhose on, and that's how clear she was. And she was just walking, and you couldn't see the keys, but looked like she was holding keys, and she was coming this way, and then she kind of turned, and she looked like she was going to open the door, and then she just vanished. The location of the winery where this lady saw this nurse was where the infirmary used to be. Every once in a while, McMenamins will do a blog post about the ghost, and the comments are flooded with encounters that didn't make it into the ghost book. Mm-hmm. Aubrey Lynn on July 8th, 2019 said, the lamps flickered repeatedly at 2 a.m. after they unplugged them. Her sister and her mom. I came into the room from the bathroom and they told me about it. And as they were telling me, the alarm clock started flashing at 2:03 a.m. repeatedly. No alarm set. We unplugged it and turned it off, laughed about it, and then it started flashing 2:03 a.m. again. We checked for batteries and there were none. My partner came in and hid the clock and convinced my mom it was something else so she'd go to bed. Not on first encounter here, but it was hers, and it def spooked her.
I mean, okay, so they decide to go back and they just think it's like...
I think it's fun.
I guess.
Hey, let's bring a mom who doesn't know what's going on here. She'll have a great time.
Tom on April 6, 2025 said, stayed at Edgefield on the first floor, fell asleep around 11 p.m. At first I was awoken by the sounds of partying guests, but by 12 all voices subsided. I was having trouble sleeping and got a heavy feeling as if someone was outside our room. I began hearing loud banging and then a plastic bag being opened, followed by footsteps and wheels of a cart being pushed down the hall. Midnight housekeeping? I still couldn't sleep, and again the same sounds of metal clanging with a housekeeping cart continued. I fell asleep and am woken up again by the sound of whistling and sweeping, all in a 3-step, 4-sweep whistle while you work pattern. Can't sleep, and down the hall is the sound of an old phone ringing. There is a hall phone, but the ring sounded like the days when phones rang with a bell. The ringing stops, and there's running footsteps. The footsteps stop outside my door, and I hear a female voice speaking, but has a strange echo to it, devoid of a tone, like a hum. After one more visit from housekeeping, the sound of a ticking clock not in my room is heard, only to go silent a minute later. I managed to get a few winks of sleep, and in the morning I told my wife of the bizarre sounds, thinking she'd slept through them all. Turns out, during the few moments of sleep I got, she heard strange wooden tapping up and down the hall. Seems like someone is still on duty around there. That reminds me of Dad's Italy housekeeper.
Yeah, right. But wouldn't you go look in the hallway? Like,
Yeah,
see
3
if there's
times?
noise? Like,
Some people have gone up to look because they're like, what is going on in the hallway? And there's no one there.
yeah, so you pack your shit and go.
Yeah. Or you just blind fire through the door next time it gets knocked on.
McMenamins can either confirm or deny that their Edgefield location is haunted, but its spot in the top 10 most haunted hotels in the U.S. speaks for itself. If you aren't brave enough to stay overnight, you can enjoy one of the 10 restaurants and bars on the property, go wine tasting in their tasting room, relax in their soaking pool, or play 18 holes on the golf course that's on the property.
Oh. Okay, yeah, maybe we should go.
I really wish that they had the ghost log updated digitally. Yeah, I could not find any entries or even pictures of entries, which sucks, but yep, that's the McMenamins Edgefield. And I didn't know that it used to be an old
Infirmary? Or a farm.
Poor farm.
With a TB ward?
With a TB ward.
Okay, so dozens of people died then.
Oh yeah,
not
people.
more.
Yeah, people definitely died there. Like, there's no argument.
I guess if I had TB, maybe I'd be puffing on cigars too.
No, my
No,
gosh.
you wouldn't.
No?
Well, I just think at this point, I mean, especially since you haven't been, you should probably go and check it out for yourself. And
You wouldn't go?
I mean, like I said, I'll go there for an event, or I'll go there and have dinner, or to the winery. I'm not staying the night. No. Why would I subject myself to that? I wouldn't like that. That wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, let's get sleep deprived.
Plus, when you look for things like that, they rarely come. So I just feel like that wouldn't be in the spirit, no pun intended, of how this, supposed to work. So, but looking through their ghost logbook would be interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not compelled to stay there. No.
I feel like it's the opposite. I think if you're looking for it, it comes.
Oh,
Because your mind just plays tricks on you. And like that one guy probably just had insomnia and he knew that it was like a haunted place. So it was just doing
Some
whatever.
people don't know until afterwards and they're like, okay, I had this
come
weird
on.
experience.
I didn't know before I went there and stayed there.
I don't, yeah.
That was only 3 years after it opened. Like that couldn't have been that haunted. by then.
I think it's kind of like widely.
I think it was haunted by then because it was haunted from the things that happened in
Yeah.
previous years.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of widely known that McMenamins chooses their locations based
Based on if it's creepy or strange.
They have a weird history.
You should ask Aunt Jill, because that's why we were there. We were there for her first engagement party. That's why we stayed there. So she might actually know about some of the history, and that's why she likes it.
Isn't there a McMenamins in Bend that was built on like a mental institution or something like that? The one with the like spa, the baths or whatever.
There's a few that have
Yeah.
baths. There's like the Kennedy School in Portland. That one has a bath. Okay,
They have
so
good wine.
They do?
Oh yeah. Their Riesling is one of my favorites.
I think they also have a whiskey.
Good.
I think they have a whiskey distillery on property now too.
Well, then we absolutely are going.
They have like a ton. They have a movie theater. I was like, geez, I have a million things to do there.
Yeah, how many restaurants? Like 13?
I think 10
I think
restaurants,
bars
right?
and restaurants, there's 10.
Mm.
That might not be.
Oh, this is like a whole campus then.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Oh, it's a large property. Yeah,
how
they
big
hold
is the hotel.
they hold outside events like at an amphitheater.
Yeah, it's like a music venue.
Well, how big is the hotel?
No, it's like
It's
a
only the
big
main-
estate. Like it's like an estate, and then there's I think some side houses.
I was gonna ask, do they have rooms in the other side? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Can you like buy a place there? Like, is it like residences at?
No, it's its own property.
Yeah, it's also on like the National Registry of Historic Places.
Mm,
Because it was almost torn down before the McMenamin brothers bought it, but then like the city petitioned and said this did a lot for people. It has a lot of history and should be saved.
no.
So Aunt Jill said she heard about something about a lady in a rocker on the porch. She said from the working farm days.
She responded really fast.
It's about Edgefield. Come on. She had a sixth sense the text was coming through.
Yeah,
So
yeah. She anticipated that she was
Yeah.
gonna be.
probably had a dream about it last night in preparation.
Okay, so I guess believability and creepy level.
Okay, I'll do believability first. Like, I mean, do I believe it? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, we know the history of it, and much like the lighthouse, the personal accounts, that we know people have said, like, there's no reason to dispute that. The first story you read about the person in the closet, like that would have been an absolute no. Like,
Yep.
Call the cops.
Would have been leaving.
So
What are the cops gonna do?
I don't know.
The cops are gonna arrest the guy. I don't know.
So I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for believability. Garrett?
I would give it a. Maybe a 7 believability.
Really, you think that it might not be believable? Or you mean just the types of stories?
I mean, it's a creepy place. I think that people might be overdoing
Embellishing?
it. Yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
Doing it for the story. I mean, McMenamins leans into it. Like, yeah, this is a creepy haunted place.
Yeah, everybody
Can't
hyping
confirm or
it.
I mean,
deny,
I think it
but
would just be a creepy place, period, regardless
That's
of
what
if
I
it's
mean.
haunted or not.
That's what I mean. That's why my creepy level is going to be higher than believability, but we're doing believability.
Okay.
Okay, so, do creepy. You go first, creepy.
Oh, 10 out of 10. I mean, this is a like 100 and some year old building. If it creaks and groans, I'm good.
And who knows what happened in there, just because we don't really have records of.
Well, we know, I mean, while good things may have happened at some points.
A lot of people were dying, though.
There's a lot of bad things that happened over all these years and years and years. I agree. Creepy. I'm more than 10 out of 10. I'm not going to pull a Friday Bears again, but I'll save that for something egregious. But
1,300 out of 10.
I know. So 10 out of 10. And I think it is creepy. I mean, just being there, I had no idea of the history of it when I stayed there the first time. I just didn't know. Nor did I even probably care. I just knew that we were going to a place, and I thought, I just did not like it at all. And from the creaks in the floor to the oldness of it to the lack of, like
Public or just
private
bathrooms, yeah.
I just really didn't like any of it. And you're far away from things, it's not super close. So I'm a city girl.
Mom, it's like 20 minutes outside of Portland.
Yeah, it feels longer. It does. It feels far. And I know it's not, but at the time it did. I was in 20 something.
Yeah, I guess that's
so
true.
it just felt like, where are we going? This seems far away. We could have been someplace in downtown Portland. Instead, we go to this place where we're having dinner and then staying the night. It just felt like a lot.
I want to add that to my creepy level too. Imagine getting bubble guts. You get the runs, have to use the bathroom. There's someone in there.
In the middle of the night.
And there's someone in there.
There's a ghost in there.
Or it's locked. I mean, it could be like locked from the inside, nobody in there. Like,
I mean, thing is, it's a ghost, so it's not just only going to be in the closet or in the something,
that's
right?
what I mean.
It's all over.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you go to like waffle stomp it down the drain in the shower, and you got a ghost coming up grabbing you.
Actually, there was a story of someone, their towel got grabbed while they were in the shower.
Oh, give me a break.
No thanks.
See, no.
Yeah, no thanks. See, that could just be some bum who went in without a towel and was like, hey, you know what? Let me grab this.
No, I don't think so. But so I think we'll have to go there if we can go to the lighthouse. This is a little bit closer.
Oh, it's way closer in the lighthouse. Yeah. Like I said, I'll go there and eat, and I'll go to the,
Yeah, we can go there
have
for
the
like
wine.
an afternoon wine tasting. The boys
The boys
all
can
go
play
golfing.
golf, but we're not staying the night.
That's fine.
Great. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Heather said that she had gone here before, but I don't remember what her story was, so we'll have to ask.
Well, we'll get it scheduled.
We will get it scheduled. All right. If you have stayed at Edgefield before, if you have your own creepy story, please let us know, because follow us on everything Eerily Beloved Podcast, and email us things you want us to talk about, covered. Look up eerilybelovedpodcast@gmail.com, and you'll be hearing from us next week on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.